within these two packages are the same comic book. And no, not in the cool way. This isn't Inception or Tenet. Just another eBay story. So let's get into it. Okay, comic fans, time for eBay comic book story. The first one book already unboxed, X-Men Variants, X-Men #1, featuring my girl Psylocke by Pablo Villalobos. Just cool book I wanted to pick up because I dig his art. So yeah, my girl Psylocke. Shout out to Villalobos, and see his tag, Lobos there. So fantastic work. All right, so now let's get into these two books. This one book, these two copies of the same book. Yeah, so we'll do this one first. You don't need to see the packaging on this one because I already know how well this one is packaged because this is the book that I packaged to send back to the seller. So what happened was I actually sold this book off, I don't even know now. It's probably been a month, well over a month. Honestly don't even know. It's just unnecessary story. So I wanted this book and tracked down a copy. And it's like, all right, seller had nice pictures, and I'll overlay the pictures of the listing there. I was like, okay, cool, looks nice. And I get it in hand. So we have giant size X-Men #1 from last year by Phil Noto. We got this Archangel cover there, just a dope cover. Just finally went after a copy of it. And yeah, so I was like, all right, cool. Got it in hand. Not matching the pictures at all. Several just dings all up and down the spine. Unhappy. So messaged the seller. Actually, no, it took a while for them to actually ship it out. And then messaged the seller. And then I think he ended up responding. Whole thing, had been in the hospital and some other stuff. Like, hey, you know what? I get that life happens. I wasn't even going to do it. But then I finally get the book and then that. So all right, this isn't cool. So I hit the seller back and no response. I'll wait a couple weeks. I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait. Just, you know, especially after his last message, fine, whatever. So things happen. So I was like, all right, I'll give it 2 weeks. No response. And then I just open up the, or whatever you do, like open up a return case, whatever. So I do that. Finally get the book out. And then I'm checking the shipping. No, yeah, I checked the shipping, like what's going on? And I see an error. Something, I forgot exactly what it said. But like no, like mail forwarding expired. And it just kept doing like this back and forth thing before it expired. No, not able to deliver, something like that. There's this whole back and forth thing. And then it finally, it's like, it's coming back until it's coming back to me. How? What is happening there? And then I finally get it back. So I'm like, okay. So it says your item has been delivered. You should be expecting a return within. Seller should send a return within 3-4 days or 3 days, whatever. So I'm thinking, okay, but how does that work if it returned back to me? Does the refund trigger automatically, or does the seller have to do something? So and it says if seller does not issue a refund within so many days, you can ask eBay to step in and help. So I'm like, all right, I'll wait. And then so one night, or on the third day, bout of insomnia. So it's like 3 in the morning and get email from eBay. It's the so-and-so has you been refunded? So jump right on. Nope. And I say exactly what happened. Like talk about the tracking thing, and it has the track. Like obviously eBay will have access to the tracking info. And I'm like, hey, the book was blah, blah, blah. And then the book was returned back to me. And then so an hour later, it was like, this is quick as hell too. So within an hour later, get another response back from them. A refund is on your way. Oh, well, thank you very much for that. So now I have the original book back and the refund. But in the meantime, before all that, I had already picked up or already ordered another copy. What else was in here? Incentive cover. Yeah. Giant size X-Men #1. Even better copy. So I definitely appreciate having 2 copies of this because it's such a dope cover. And I would have got 2 copies if they're more readily available. in a better condition, but this one is much better. So thank you. Nice and sharp as it is. Got to slide it into another bag and board because it has their kind of store label on it. So, but shout out to them. Wait, where are they at? Oh, Alabama. Never mind. So yeah, tale of two stories there, or tale of eBay tale there. So Giant Size X-Men #1, original copy, and my upgraded copy, and Psylocke, and of course, if you know anything about X-Men, Psylocke and Archangel obviously have history there. So yeah, there's that. But just a little unboxing and an eBay story. So that worked out. Don't know what happened with the other seller. No response. Honestly, I don't even know how to get into it too far. Like sometimes, like I said, life happens. But one of the things that was like, okay, they mentioned being in a hospital. And honestly, one of the things was, you talking about mail, like the whatever seller might have moved. It says that was part of the tracking thing. Mail forwarding expired. They were in the hospital. One of the thoughts was, it's kind of grim, was like, did they just die? Like, and not to, I don't say that flippantly, but I mean, like I said, life happens. So who even knows what's going on, what happened with them. So I don't know. Hopefully everything's all well on their end. Worked out for me. Obviously I got my book, got the refund for the other one. But so yeah, that's that. Any other crazy eBay stories that you feel like sharing in the comments below? Definitely interested in hearing lots of stuff. Obviously, we've all been dealing with eBay for so long. A lot of people have. And as a seller, as buyers, whatever, you're going to come across or have all sorts of interactions and exchanges. So yeah, feel free to share some of your wild ones in the story or in the comments below. Yeah, happy reading, happy hunting, happy collecting. I'm Gino, the Genotalkscomics. Thanks for watching and peace out.